Hello and welcome to the opening round of the Spec Esports 2010 Classic Series here in Melbourne for the Australian Grand Prix. My name is Expert and I'll be your commentator for this morning's race. We are here in Albert Park, which is the majority of the drivers that are racing here at this morning's home track, including myself. The 5.303 kilometre circuit consists of 16 corners, 6 to the left and 10 to the right, with a top speed of over 230 kilometres an hour. Now obviously we are racing with classic cars this afternoon, and the cars will be in use are the 2010 Red Bull racing car, which was dominated by Sebastian Vettel, taking 4 consecutive World Drivers' Championship titles with that car. The 2009 Brawn GP, which was the 2009 World Championship winning car driven by Jenson Button. 2010 McLaren MP4, which Lewis Hamilton had a chance to win the title in his rookie year in F1, but unfortunately Sebastian Vettel claimed his 4th world title that day with the Red Bull. And finally the Ferrari F10, which was driven by the 2-time world champion of Fernando Alonso and Felipe Massa. So there'll be 4 cars per on the grid this afternoon, with 4 different types of cars. There's 5 drivers per team, so 5 drivers will be in Ferrari, 5 drivers will be in McLaren, etc. So that is how it will work. We're going to now have a look at the driver lineups for you here, as you can see on your screens now. We can see for the Red Bull team, we have ex-Hyper Toadster, Kev Berge, Chucky 27, Lass F1 Skid, Purple Haze, and Sergeant Cardi. I do apologise if I do get some of these names wrong. Apex F1, G Curabold 1, Nismo Maxwell, Floggle Woggles, and Tomin 25 are the Brawn GP drivers. For the McLaren F1 team, we have Giopalian, if I'm correct. Sorry if I said that wrong. F1 Amazing Hour, who's going to be one to watch. Plevs, GG Gaming King, and Josh 868176. And then finally for the Ferrari team, we have Al Patik, I'm not too sure how to say that, I do apologise. TNF1 Banana Josh, Useless Cat, RLE Legacy, and Aussie Suspicate. I'm not too sure. I do apologise. I'll just call you Aussie, right? I'll be nice. But anyway, we're going to stay on here, but so the races that are run here, it is a 50% race. It is a short qualifying, if I'm correct. All these cars are equal as well, so none of them are they're all the same spec, basically. It's a spec series. If you would like to join this series as well, we are looking for a few more drivers. There is currently on the grid, well, we have a full-time driver loadout, as you saw on the list there, but we do not have many reserve drivers. I believe we only have 1, potentially 2. But in the lobby at the moment, we still currently have 4 positions available. So if you would like to join any races in the future, unfortunately you won't be able to join this afternoon, but any races in the future, there is a link in the description. If you scroll down into that, there should say joined Spec Esports, and you should be able to join there. It will tell you everything to do from there. Then you join our Discord server, and you should be on your way. You'll talk with the owner of it, and we'll be good. But we're waiting for the drivers at the moment to ready up. Unfortunately, I think we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. I do apologise in advance if we have a bit of stream lag. I've seen here that my internet connection is not the greatest at the moment. I do apologise for that. Yeah, this is round 1 of the calendar. I do believe we are doing a full Formula 1 what's the word? Full Formula 1 calendar. I can hear now we are all about to go. We're heading out for a short qualifying session here in Albert Park. Definitely one of my favourite tracks, as it is my home Grand Prix as well, as it would be for anyone else if it was their home Grand Prix. Alright, the drivers are about to head out here for an 18-minute qualifying session, if I'm correct. See, I can hear them out on track now. If you're on your round here, as you can hear, the cars are starting to fire up on the audio side. If you're on your round here, please do hit that subscribe button if you are willing to get notified when the next races are. on, give me 1 second, sorry. I do apologise for that. But as you can see, we have a 17-man grid this afternoon. If I'm correct, there will not be any wet running in the race, but all these cars are equal as well, so it does not matter if you are in a McLaren or if you're in a Brawn. Definitely the sound of these cars are going to be the best thing to listen to this afternoon. There's only one compound of dry tyre, there's only one compound of wet tyre. As well, the majority of drivers are starting to head out now for their lap. We're riding on board with Hyper Toddster in the Red Bull. If I am correct, the Ferrari driver here of Alpum, I'm just going to call you Alpum, alright? Let me know if I haven't said that right. I believe Alpum is the first driver out, then he's got the Brawn car behind him. I'm not too sure who that is. I should actually turn name tags on so I can see that. On-screen display. They are on, so I'm not too sure why it's not showing. But anyway, he's starting his first lap here in the Ferrari. We're going to ride on board with him here. All assists are available to these drivers, as may I point out as well. Coming through turn 2 now, turn 3 rather. One's a little bit wider than I think he would have. The Brawn car behind him is definitely going to get a little bit of a tow. Definitely love the sound of this Ferrari. Definitely one of my favourites to drive out of the classic cars. Sorry about that. Anyway, coming through this fast left-right chicane now, as you can see. Gets through there, kind of tightly, gets a little bit of a snap of oversteer, does the Ferrari driver. Coming to this right-hander now, clips the apex nicely. Uses all the exit curve available. Not to run too wide, that would slow him down too much. Gets through the final section nicely. Very easy to lock up here as it is an off-camber corner. He sets the fastest lap, does Alpum. He sets a 1:24.5, then Floggle Woggles, who was the Brawn car behind him. Sets the second fastest lap of 1:25.6. Actually, I'm going to turn my volume down here. That is actually kind of loud on my headset. Sorry about that. Those two are actually the only drivers that have set a lap at the moment, so I think the majority of the other drivers have finishing their laps. Now, as you can see, the majority of them they're all getting a nice slipstream down the straight. Nismo goes in P4, Floggle, F1 Amazing now sits himself in position 2. Yellow flag in sector 3, that is GG Gaming King. I think they're just trying to get out of the way. In his McLaren, he's starting a lap now, if I'm correct. Yeah, I think he is actually starting a lap now. I think he is one of our controller players, but currently it is Alpum, who currently sits in pole position. Then this man, F1 Amazing now, sits directly behind him in the McLaren. Then the Ferrari driver of Useless Cat sits in position 3. Then the Brawn car of Floggle Woggles. Then the other Brawn car of Nismo Maxwell. Then the other Brawn car of Tom. I'll just call you Tom. Then GG Gaming King in the McLaren. Chucky is not set a lap yet, nor is Plebs, nor is Sergeant Cardi, or is Toddster. Purple Haze is on a lap at the moment. We also have Kev Berge in the Red Bull, who is on a lap if I'm correct. TNF1 Banana Josh is on his out lap, potentially, or... Yeah, I think he is on his out lap. I think he'll be starting a lap now. We're going to ride on board. Who was it with? GG Gaming King. He's He's coming through the final sector now. He's got a Ferrari in front of him, so hopefully he gets out of the way. Half that corner. I wouldn't be surprised if he got into validation, but anyway. The Ferrari driver, Banana Josh, does manage to not do any harm to the McLaren driver here, but I think he did cut that corner there. He did, Gaming King, but we're going to ride on board with Banana Josh in the Ferrari. Coming through turn 1 now, breaking the 100-meter board, turning too early. It's a corner that really makes you think turn in early and you'll get a nicer exit, but you want to leave it as late as possible to straight line the exit, because it is, you don't want to run too wide on exit as well, because it is a next left-hander as well straight after. There's a McLaren in front of Josh. Hopefully he gets out of the way. He gets a lot of oversteer there, does Josh, and they actually hits him. Does Banana Josh? So Banana Josh has a 5 grid place penalty, so that's unfortunate for him. He just got a snap of oversteer. That was not, I don't think that was intentional at all. That's very unfortunate for the Ferrari driver. He's going to have to put a new front wing on, and then also come back into the pits. He's going to come back into the pits, put a new set of tyres on potentially. If I'm correct, this is the tyres that you do qualify on will be the tyres you start with. You can see Sergeant Cardi is on an out lap at the moment. We're going to ride on board with Purple Haze, who I think is on a flying lap at the moment. Actually, no, he's not. He's on an in lap. Hyper Toaster. He's on a flying lap, if I'm correct, in the Red Bull. He's got a Brawn in front of him. The hopefully gets out of the way. That was a Floggle Woggle. I'm really wide there. That's going to hinder his time there. I'm not sure if he's going to back off or not. If I was him, I'd probably back off and start again, save these tyres so I don't have to chuck a new set on. There's 10 minutes remaining in this Grand Prix, not Grand Prix, rather. The qualifying session, the yellow flag in Sector 1, I'm not too sure what that's for. Could just be drivers trying to get out of the way of others. So only 7 people have actually set a lap at the moment, so I'm not too sure what's happening there. Coming to the final sector now, this is the DRS zone for the normal modern day F1 cars, but unfortunately in this area there was no such thing as DRS. If I was correct, that was actually introduced in 2015. If I am right, but don't trust me on that. Coming through the penultimate corner now, short shifts up in the second to minimise the wheel spin. If I'm correct, I think he is not using traction control. In his Red Bull, he's coming across the line now. Where is Hyper Toaster going to get? He's going to move himself. Actually, I don't think it's time registered though. I think he may have invalidated his lap time. So I think he's going again, but anyway. Chucky is on a lap as well. Coming to the final sector now. Definitely one of the cooler sequences of the track. Runs a little bit wider than I think he would have liked to there. Runs wide again to the penultimate corner. A lot of drivers out on track at the moment trying to set their laps. Only 8 people, as you can see at the left of your screen, have actually set laps times at the moment. Now 9 as Josh has done it. Coming across the line now to Chucky. He moves himself up into position 7 for the Red Bull team. You see it is currently Alpum who's sitting in pole position. He's gone quicker, around 3/10 quicker, so we're going to see what time he does. He does go faster, as you can see on your screen, a 124 I can't actually see that. A 124 flat, actually, rather. Then you got F1 Amazing Hour behind him, who's actually going out now, if I'm correct. Then he is currently sitting 6/10 behind the Ferrari driver, so he's going to have to make up a little bit of time here. Useless Cat in the Ferrari. Position 3, Floggle Woggles. In position 4 for Brawn. P5 for Ferrari. Aussie Suspect. Nismo Maxwell, P6. P7 is the Red Bull driver of Chucky, who we were just on board with. And the other Red Bull driver of Sergeant Cardi, MP9. P10 is Purple Haze at the moment, who is on his, it was currently in the pits. Tommy, MP11, Josh, 868176 in position 12 for McLaren. GG Gaming King, the other McLaren. All the McLaren drivers don't seem to be doing too well. As Plebs now moves up into position 2, a 124.5. That's a really good try for the McLaren driver. So hopefully he's able to potentially get a bit closer to the Ferrari driver. He's actually really far ahead now. He's 5/10 of a second ahead of anyone else is Alpu. I'm going to set this to interval. To leader, actually. So 3 drivers that haven't set a lap time at the moment, which is Banana Joshua, I believe, is on a lap. We're going to go down to him. Who's just starting a lap now, as you can see. Wait for the 100 meter ball, which he has done nicely. Get the car turned in, which he has. Very easy to get a lot of wheel spin on the exit of that corner as well, which he has done again. Which he did in his previous lap, but unfortunately made contact with one of the Brawn cars. I do not remember which car that was, unfortunately. Coming to this long right-hander at the moment. Breaks the 100 meter board again. Well, halfway between the 100 and the 50 meter board. The left flag in sector 1. He's lost the rear end as Josh and put it in the wall, so he's going to have more front wing damage. Very lucky to not lose a tyre there. He's only got 6 minutes remaining in the session, so he's going to have to get back out to set a lap. Yellow flag for Chucky getting out of the way. So Josh is actually not having a very good qualifying session here. He's going to have to come in and put a new front wing on, and then he's probably only going to have 1 lap to... By the time he does all that, 1 lap to set another time. I do apologise a little bit for the lag on the stream as well. Hopefully that fixes it, I'm not too sure if it will. But Chucky is now retired from the session. I'm not too sure if that was an intentional or he's crashed somewhere. Yeah, I think he's actually crashed somewhere because he's done it out on track. But anyway. Alpu is still sitting on pole position at the moment with the 124 flat. Then you got the McLaren driver of Plevs, the first of the McLaren drivers, by the way, sitting in P2, 5/10 of a second behind the Ferrari driver. Then F1 Amazing out. In the McLaren, he's going to be starting a lap here. He's currently on an out lap at the moment, if I am correct. He was 3 seconds slower than his fastest time. So I think he's starting a lap here. No, he's actually coming to the pit, so he's going to be chucking a new set of tyres on. And hopefully be able to start a new lap. So is Floggle Woggles, he's coming into the pits. Patos is on an out lap. Aussie Suspect is on an out lap. He's going to be starting a lap. Nismo Maxwell's into the pitch. GG Gaming King's actually put it in the wall. So I'm not too sure what's happened there. Where's this? Okay, it's in the final sector. So he may have dipped a tyre on the exit curbing now or into the dirt. So that's unfortunate for him. He's going to come into the pits here, put a new set of tyres on. He may have a little bit of damage. John Palayan is joined the session now, so he's unfortunately was unable to make the qualifying session here this afternoon, so now he's going to be starting probably last here in this Grand Prix. Josh is still in the pit, so he's going to be wanting to come out pretty soon if I was him. Apex is on a lap at the moment. This is his first lap if I'm correct, and the Brawnies run really wide. They're lucky to not get a lot of oversteer. Coming through the final sector now. Double Apex type of corner is that one. Don't want to turn him too early or too late because you will run wide very easily. Doesn't use all the track available. Coming through the penultimate corner now. A little bit wide for the final corner. He's coming on the straight now. Uses all the exit curve. Gets a little bit of his tyre in the grass. What is this going to put him into? This is going to move him up into position 7 there for the Brawn driver of Apex. Majority of the drivers are on their out lap at the moment. We're gonna watch Josh here as well to see what time he manages to pull out as well, because he is the only driver that is able to set a lap time at the moment. But as you can see, Josh currently sitting in position 16 is 4 seconds off the pace. So he's got a little bit of time to work on here. As you can see now, I think this is actually Josh's lap. He's run really wide through that corner. Sorry, I'm trying to fix why the stream's lagging a little bit, dropping a bit of frame. I do apologise for that as well. Josh is on his out lap. He's still in the first sector, so So the second sector, so he's got a little while to come out. I think he'll want to try and be one of the last drivers. Plebs is on a lap now. As you can see, he's a 10th faster, but still not enough for pole position. In the previous race that happened around half an hour ago, well, it finished half an hour ago, the F2 Sprint Series, he managed to qualify in position 2 as well. So hopefully he'll be able to move that up one more spot and get up into pole position here in the Australian Grand Prix. Where's he going to, what time is he going to do when he comes across the sector line? Here, he's 2/10 up on his fastest time. So he's still got about 3/10 to find to catch up to the pole position man of Alpum. Josh has gained himself a 5-second time penalty. Josh 86, I should say, not Banana Josh. Banana Josh is still yet to set a lap, so he'll only get 1 lap to be here. Coming through the final sequence of corners, his useless cat has moved himself up into P2 with a 124.2. So is Plebs going to be able to better that or not? We'll have to see. Coming through from the final say he goes to pole position as Plebs with a 1 minute 24.093. That is 5/1000th of a second faster than Alpu. So we're going to sit right on board here with the Ferrari driver. Is he going to be able to better his time? He's actually gone slower now. He's 1.3 seconds slower. So I don't think he may be just starting a lap here as a Ferrari driver. But Plebs with an astonishing lap there. Definitely he's burned around 2 to 3/10 in that final sector. There's 59 seconds remaining in this session. We're going to ride on board here with the Ferrari driver, who is going to be the one to watch. He gets a lot of oversteer there. That's not going to be good for his lap. He's going to try and make 0.006 of a second to be able to get onto pole position. Kev Bergey's right behind him, who is actually on a lap as well. So he's moving himself up in position. I mean, holy crap! That actually scared me. I'm not even lying. Alpu has actually spun out on the exit there of turn 6, if I'm correct. And that is the Red Bull driver. That's caught out the Red Bull driver of Kev Bergey there. So that's very unfortunate there. So that is, I'm going to potentially put Plebs onto pole position here. Kev Bergey was disqualified at no fault of his own there. Alpu is retired from the session. There's 8 seconds remaining in the session. Plebs has done another lap. Will he be able to go faster? Yes, he does. He manages to get into the 123s. He's at a 123.9. So Plebs is currently on pole position here. Amazing hour. What's he going to be able to do? He is currently on a flying lap, if I'm correct. No, he's not. He's actually on a cool-down lap, if I'm correct. So he's going to be starting P3 here for the Australian Grand Prix. What a very intense qualifying session there. Plebs is retired from the session. He is no need to keep going. So the current provisional order is Plebs in position 1. Then we have Alpu in the Ferrari, P2, P3 is McLaren driver of Amazing Hour, P4 Useless Cat, I'm not too sure what car he's in. Woggle Woggles for Braun, rounds out your top 5, Alepex in P6, and then Hypertoast round out your top 7, Aussie Suspect in P8, Chucky in P9 for Braun, and then rounding out your top 10 is Purple Haze in that Braun GP car, if I'm correct. Then Nismo finishes the lap. He is the first driver that will have a free set of tyre choice, which actually TNF on Banana Josh moved himself into the top 10, so he was going to be the last driver that's going to have to start on his qualifying tyres, which has pushed Purple Haze down to P11. Nismo into 12th, GG Gaming King 13th, Sergeant Cardi P14th, Josh P15, and 6th is Tommy at the moment. So we're going to ride on board here with GG Gaming King. Where does he move himself up to? Enter position 9, which pushes Josh back out of the top 10. Very intense qualifying session there. I do apologise for yelling before as well. I genuinely got frightened just seeing the two cars crash there. The audio in my headset kind of bugged as well. So anyway, that looks to be your provisional pole position. That looks to be your provisional results here, as we're waiting for Tommy at the moment. I'm not sure. I think he may have a bit of technical issues. Anyway, Plebs with an astonishing lap there in the end to put himself on pole position. And the McLaren. TNF on Banana Josh here. See, finished P11, the first of the drivers that will get a free choice of tyres, which you'll actually, there's only one compound of tyres that are available, but it is currently a McLaren 1-3 at the moment, with the Plebs and Amazing Hour. Then we've got 2 Ferraris in the top 4, then a Braun just slipping into the top 5 there. So 3 different manufacturers in the top 5 for your Australian Grand Prix, as you can see. So Josh was lucky enough to get a lap there. He's got a 5-place grid penalty, so that's going to put him down to around position 16. So he's going to be doing a practical last to first challenge here this afternoon's race, but we are going to head over to the Australian Grand Prix. I'm actually going to quickly swap back to the main screen here, because as you can see now, on track it is actually raining on the circuit of the Albert Park Street Circuit at the moment. So this is going to make it really interesting for the start of the race here. So as you know, we have Plevs currently sitting on pole position at the moment for the McLaren team. We're waiting for the drivers to finish setting up their cars. They're on the grid at the moment, as you can see. Well, you can't see that, sorry, but at the moment, they are finishing their setups, waiting for them all to ready up. There's 2 seconds, 1 second remaining, and they are about to set off for their formation lap, but they will all be on the wet tyres. As you can see, they're about to set off for the formation lap. Does Plevs and the McLaren. What a scene at the moment, as you can see, of all the classic F1 cars. This is going to be a very, very interesting start to this Grand Prix. We have Plevs on pole position at the moment, and the McLaren. Oh, as you can see, Alper has actually already binned it on the formation lap. Now, there's other drivers that are spinning around on the formation lap. So, got obviously 0 heat in the tyres. There's going to be a few crashes, if I am correct, just let alone on the formation laps. Drivers are already struggling, so very treacherous conditions at the moment. You can see Banana Josh at the moment is going to be one to watch. All the way down in 15th. He is normally pretty quick, but he's at the back, so he's going to be watching everyone. But it's going to be hard to watch everyone come into turn 1, because if I'm correct, there's a high percent chance that there will be an incident through turn 1. But Plebs will be wanting to absolutely burn up those rear tyres at the moment. Just try and get as much heat possible into the car. These tyres don't tend to overheat. The classic car wet tyres don't tend to overheat very easily as well. So there will be a pit stop in this Grand Prix as well, if I'm correct, for 29 laps of the Australian Grand Prix. As you can see, Alpoom trying to get as much grip into those rear tyres as possible. See, if I was Plebs now, I'd start slowing down a bit, try and back up the field just to keep his tyres warm. As you can see, he's doing a few burnouts at the moment. Trying to keep his tyres nice and warm. His brakes at a nice temperature coming to turn 1. There are all the assists are permitted as well for this race as well, so there should be no issue with the assist drivers with traction off the start. So if Plebs wanted to be really cheeky here, because I know he runs no assist, he could probably even chuck in the medium traction control on just for the start here, just to get a better launch than hopefully he would if he had no traction control on. But anyway, waiting for all the drivers to grid up, as you can see. You can see the scene of the Braun, Red Bull, McLaren and Ferrari cars. They're all 2010 spec cars, besides the Braun car, which is a 2009, but they are all the exact same speed. They're all a spec car. Waiting for the final drivers to line up on the grid of TNF on Banana Josh. As you can see now, waiting for the line sequence, which is about to start here for a very, very wet Melbourne Grand Prix. As you can see, 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights for the Australian Grand Prix. The lights are out and away they go. As you can see, Plebs gets a really nice start there from position 1, but we're going to ride on board here. So we're not going to ride on board. We're going to have a look at there's a car already into the pit lane. They're going 3 wide. Coming to turn 1, Alpoom has managed to get ahead of the 3 drivers, but now Plebs is going back down and down positions. He's actually spun into the wall as the pole position driver. He has now got no front wing. There are a lot of drivers in the wall at the moment, and you can see Useless Cat is actually managed to get all the way back into first at the moment. He started in position 3. There's a Ferrari around coming through turn 3 as well. Banana Josh up into P6 already from position 11. That's a lot of drivers spinning out. As you can see on your screen, the Useless Cat and Alpum, the 2 Ferrari drivers, have managed to get up into the front 2 drivers. Then there's actually Aussie Suspect in position 3. Then you got the Brawn driver of Floggle Woggles, GG Gaming King, and the McLaren starting to put the pressure on. Now there's going to be a lot of, as you can see, the Red Bulls in the wall coming through the fast right-hander. There are a lot of drivers who have lost their front wing here. As you can see, the McLaren there, I believe that is Kev Berge, GG Gaming King rather. Let's put it in the wall. Oh, the Ferrari driver of the Brawn. And there's been no ghosting either. There is going to be half the field in the pit lane this lap due to front wing. No driver has managed to keep it on the track at the moment, besides the 2 front drivers. Unfortunately, Plev's our pole position driver, who set a really, really good lap. And F1 Amazing Hour is also down in position 12 and 13. A lot of carnage here on the first lap. There's more drivers spinning off in the back of the pack there. The Red Bull driver there. As you can see, there will be a lot of drivers here in the pit lane as Useless Cat is now pulling away. Same with the two Ferrari drivers are now pulling away at the moment. But there will be many drivers, as you can see in the pits. There's the Ferrari driver of Alpum, who's actually spun out, which puts Aussie Suspect into P2. As you can see, there's only 1 driver at the moment that seems to have come in the pit lane. 2 drivers, 3 drivers, which is Plebs, a pole position driver. So there is around 3 to 4 drivers in the pit lane at the moment. I definitely would have thought there would be a lot more. As you can see, there's the Ferrari driver. He's got no front wing, so I don't know why he didn't decide to pit there. But he's going to be... That's actually TNF on Banana Josh, who's just got passed by Tommy coming into turn 3. Have you ever seen more first lap action here for the Classic Series? If you want first lap action, put it in a classic F1 car and make it full wet conditions. Yeah, because Tommy's got a really bad run. It's very hard, treacherous conditions to see at the moment. Tommy's going to get passed by his Banana Josh here coming into turn 7. Turn 8 rather. And there's long right-handed Josh got the traction. He's not even full throttle at the moment. He can't keep it on full throttle. Tommy's thought about making the move. Coming through this right-hander, this 90-degree corner. But thought better of it. Banana Josh definitely the winner out of that, who has moved up in position 11. If I am correct, there are safety cars. So if there has actually been no retirements at the moment, so every driver has been lucky enough to stay out for this, or stayed alive, as Kev Berge has left the session. So I think he may have unfortunately disconnected there. That's unfortunate there for the Brawn driver, sorry, the Red Bull driver. But the real losers there was definitely Plebs and F1 Amazing Hour. As you can see, GG Gaming King's put it in the wall there. So look how cautious Plebs has been on the throttle there. So that's been very unfortunate start to this Grand Prix here for him. So I wonder if the conditions will start to drive here. As you can see at the top left of your screen there, as Banana Josh decides to pit in. There was actually a bit of sunlight there, so the clouds could be starting to open up here, and the rain could be falling away from the drivers here. GG Gaming King's retired. Could this bring out a safety car here potentially? I'm not too sure, but as you can see, Hypertoaster again around the outside of Josh, coming to the final corner in the McLaren. Moves himself up into position 12, and now, yes, up into position 12 as you can see, but it's currently Useless Cat, who seems to be the fastest driver at the moment in that Ferrari. He puts himself into position 1. He's already got just under a 9-second gap ahead of Aussie Suspect. Taking it very easy as Useless Cat. Then Aussie Suspect in the other Ferrari in position 2. Also taking it very, very cautiously, coming through the fast left-right chicane. And you got the Brawn driver of Floggle Woggles in 3rd. Chucky in 4th for Red Bull. 5th is Nismo Maxwell, who has moved up 7 positions for Brawn. Tommy, who has moved up 12 positions for Brawn as well. Then you got the Ferrari of Alpum, who's unfortunately spun out on the 2nd lap on the exit of the final corner. Sergeant Cardi in the Red Bull P8. He's getting chased down now by F1 Amazing Hour in the McLaren. Then you got John Pauline, who unfortunately did not attend the Grand Prix. He's actually in a BMW here, so unfortunately, because he did not qualify, the game has put him in a BMW. But if I'm correct, they will all be equal cars anyway. But anyway, Kev Berge in position 11 was unfortunately disconnected from the session. Then he's got his teammate Hyper Toaster M12, Josh in 13th, Plebs, who moves up in position on Apex. Plebs, the only thing Plebs can hope for here is a safety guard. There's yellow flag in sector 3. We're going to ride on board with Plebs here to see what has happened. Potentially might have just been a local yellow. But Apex has moved up in division 15. Josh has came into the pits now, so that's going to move Plebs, Apex, Josh and Hayes up in position. See Josh coming through the final sector now. I think he's actually pitting again, so this is his second stop. That was Josh, so I think he's got more front wing damage. Very unfortunate there. The Useless Cat definitely seems to be the fastest driver at the moment, as you can see. Showing everyone how it's done in the wet. Chucky's moved himself ahead of Floggle Woggle, who I think may have had a little bit of a spin out or an accident there through the previous right-hander. He's put himself in the grass again. Has the Brawn driver, so now he's going to be caught up by, start to be caught up by his teammate of Nismo Waxwell, and Tommy's also catching him. Alpoon doesn't seem to be really quick at the moment. We're going to run a ball with him through the final sector. So then there's Sergeant Cardi, and then F1 Amazing Hour sitting in 8th and 9th, but as you can see, Useless Cat set the fastest up, pulling away from Aussie Suspect. A lot of bonus in there. That's the Ferrari driver coming through the penultimate corner. Berries will lock the inside front. If I'm correct, he is not running any assist, is this Ferrari driver. Here's when Maxwell's in the pit now. A lot of front wings are going to be getting changed. As you can see there at the top left of your screen, there's a bit of sunlight at the moment. So hopefully it does dry out. That will bring a little bit of strategy into it. Oh, he actually got a lot of oversteer there. Did the Ferrari driver, that's lost him a bit of time. Sergeant Cardi, who seems to be really quick at the moment, catching up to him. F1 Amazing Hour definitely struggling at the moment in these wet conditions for McLaren. Yellow flag in sector 2. We'll have a look to see what that was for. We're not too sure. There's still yellow flag in sector 2. I'm trying to find what that was for. I'm not too sure, but Banana Josh, I think that's actually Banana Josh, who's, I think, disconnect. Actually, no, he's getting lapped now by the race leaders. He's actually put it in the wall again, as Banana Josh said. Banana Josh having a really tough time at the moment, managing traction. So he's going to be probably in the pit lane again. Here's the Ferrari driver. The Useless Cat still leading the way. 13 seconds ahead of the other Ferrari driver, Useless Suspect. I'm trying to find where these yellow flags are. It's a bit painful. But Kev Berge sitting in P10 at the moment, who's unfortunately disconnected from the session, who is about to get passed by Hyper Toaster. 5 second time penalty for Banana Josh, all the way down in last position, P17. 21 seconds behind P16 driver of Josh. Lev starting to catch up to Nismo Maxwell in that Brawn car. We're going to have a look to see what times he does when he finishes his lap here. Nice players. Yellow flag in sector 3, so hopefully this will be able to show what's happened in front of us. Amazing Hours managed to get Alpoon as well, as he actually does set the fastest lap. Emma McLaren on 141.9. I'm going to turn the audio down a little bit, unfortunately it was a little bit loud there. Nismo Maxwell has pulled into the pit lane, which has relegated Plebs up into position 12 as yellow flag in sector 1 again. I think that's probably Banana Josh trying to get out of the way of some drivers, if I'm correct. It's still a yellow flag. So Plebs is going to be going straight towards the scene of the crime. Amazing Hour starting to catch up to Sergeant Cardi, trying to get himself back into that top 3 where he started the Grand Prix, but obviously in the qualifying session it was a dry session as well. Useless Cat has now moved gained himself a 16-second lead ahead of Aussie Suspect in the Ferraris. Amazing Al obviously struggling a lot here with traction and overall grip. You will probably see drivers maybe even try to get it all the way to the end as Sergeant Cardi runs really wide there. Amazing Al's going to dive down the inside. Coming through the third last corner. Moving himself up into position 5. Sorry, position 6 rather. Plebs moves himself up ahead of Kev Berge for position 11, as you can see. These yellow flag in sector 1 and 2. Woggles has gained himself a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, so that's unfortunate for him. So now Amazing Al has moved himself into position 5 after the pit stops have been made. There's a lot of oversteer does the McLaren driver. So will Cardi be close enough to make a move? No, he won't, unfortunately. Alpu is going to be trying to catch up. There's yellow flag in sector 3, so we're going to have a look to see what's happening there. Could be a yellow, clear yellow, which I think it is. Banana Josh now. That was actually Banana Josh, who was definitely struggling massively here. Who's now 1 minute and 22 seconds behind the driver in front of him of Josh 868176. He's going to have to pit again. Here's a Ferrari driver, so very unfortunate start to the race here for the Ferrari driver. So Useless Cat catching up to Nismo Maxwell, who needs to get out of the way, and Banana Josh has just retired from the session. A little bit of lag there from Nismo Maxwell, but anyway. And Josh has just completely rage quit there, I think. Very unfortunate there for him. Useless Cat now has just under a 20-second lead as he now sets the fastest lap, again a 141.3. Amazing Al now has his eyes on Tommy in front of him. Sergeant Cardi doesn't seem to be losing too much from Amazing Al. He's still slightly keeping with him. Plebs has now moved himself into position 10, the pole position driver. Coming through this fast left right again, it's going to be a very long race. We currently have 20... Oh, Jesus, I'm trying to think. My maths aren't really good right now. I'll try and work it out. My maths are shocking at the moment. Anyway. That was Flogger Woggles who ran really wide on the exit there. After the straight. He's sitting in position 11 for Braun. Well, we're going to ride on board here. As you can see, Useless Cat, we're going to ride on board here. We're going to do a full lap with Useless Cat coming through the final sector. We're going to ride on board. When he comes through the final sector, we're going to ride on board with him. Do a full lap. I won't commentate over it. I'll just let you enjoy the pure sound of the Ferrari F10. That definitely is one of the best sounding cars here. So I'm going to mute my microphone and I'll let you guys watch and listen to Useless Cat, and he'll show you how it's done to do a wet lap around the Australian Grand Prix. have it. A lap of the Australian Grand Prix there with plebs. Sorry, not plebs. Useless. Pat, rather. I do apologise for the stream lag. I'm not too sure why this... It's not the stream lag, rather. It's the screen lag. Well, the video lag, I should say. It's lagging a little bit. There's yellow flag in Sector 2, so hopefully Useless Cat comes up towards it. Hopefully he doesn't get taken out by it, though. There's yellow flag in Sector 2 and 3 now. The just was, anyway. He's definitely dominating this race. There's the Ferrari driver, Useless Cat. He's got a 20-second lead. As you can see now, F1 Amazing Hours finally responded with the fastest lap in his McLaren, a 141.026. So he's going to be catching Tommy at a very fast rate of speed. Sergeant Cardi has fallen off a little bit. He's back down in position 6. John Planen, who did not qualify in the BMW, is now in position 7, who is now going to start to get caught by Hyper Toaster. I point out as well that BMW is not a car that is supposed to be used in this league. It's just because he did not qualify the game, put him in it. They are all equal cars anyway, so it does not make too much of a difference. Apex has now gained himself a time penalty, as I think also John Palanen let Toaster through, as he was clearly faster. Tommy now in position 4. Moves up 14 positions as now he's getting caught massively by F1 Amazing Hour. He just sets the fastest lap again, does Amazing Hour. There's a yellow flag in Sector 2. I'm trying to find what that is for. Yeah, I saw a car off in the runoff area. No, maybe not. Anyway, F1 Amazing Hour is catching Tommy at a very fast rate of knots at the moment. Coming through Sector 1 rather. So Sector 2 line's going to be coming up shortly. If I am correct, it'll come up probably just after. Actually, it just came up now. He's 1/10 quicker, so he's got 1.7 seconds of a second to gain to get up to Tommy in the Braun GP car. But Tommy's actually, I think, catching up to Chucky now in the Red Bull. But he's Suspect's not too far ahead of the Red Bull driver as well. But he's actually made a mistake. Has been just ridden on board with the Ferrari driver. He's actually spun around on the exit, which is going to move Chucky, Tommy, and Amazing Hour probably up a position, as you can see. The Ferrari driver, as we went on board with him there, has just completely spun around on his own. Now, Useless Cat, as you can see, has got a 32-second lead. We are on lap 12 of 29 here of the Australian Grand Prix for the Spec Esports 2010 Classic Series. If you are new around here, please do subscribe to the stream. Hello, Matthew Cox. As you can see, oh, sorry, Amazing Hour. I was trying to read the chat. I apologise about that. F1 Amazing Hour has now ran really wide on the exit of turn 3 there. So that's lost him a little bit of time there to Tommy. So all that work there, he's obviously locked the inside brake, I think I heard, through my headset. But anyway, welcome to the stream, Matthew Cox, R4 Racing. Yes, I do think Amazing Hour definitely has a chance to get onto position 2 if he keeps making mistakes like that. Unfortunately, I don't think he will be able to. But anyway, TNF on Dangerous, sorry, correct, he is in the Williams. I was just looking at the logo on the steering wheel. I apologise for that. As you can see now, Tommy's actually pulled right up to the rear of Chucky. Amazing how he's got 4 seconds. He's got to try and make back up to Tommy in the Brawn in front of him. Chucky runs a little bit wide. In the Red Bull, they're going to be going neck to neck on the front straight. Unfortunately, there's no DRS in these classic cars. Chucky is just slightly holding on to Tommy at the moment as they are about to head on to lap 13 of this Grand Prix. The driver coming out of the pits there, I'm not too sure who that was. I think that was Floggle Woggles. It was indeed. I think back there, that was actually amazing how I think ran a little bit wide again. He's starting, oh actually that's a lap car there, but Aussie Suspect, who unfortunately span out through the fast left right chicane as he gets a lot of oversteer on the curb, is starting to get caught by Sergeant Cardi, so he's going to have to try and make his way back up the field. Purple Haze now in the Red Bull. Trying to chase down Apex F1, which is unfortunately 18 seconds in front. Josh is retired from the session, so that's unfortunate for him. That's in Sector 2. Could that bring out a safety car? Gonna ride on board here with Apex. He's about to head into Sector 2. He's going to cross the sector line now. We're going to see if we can see Josh at all. Yellow flag in Sector 2 and 3 as well. We're going to see if we can see anything at all. We're going to move up a few drivers here. As you can see, actually that was John, I think John that actually spun out there in the Williams. The Useless Cat now can actually make a pit stop, and I think, if I'm correct, still come out in the lead. Alpoon, I think, is actually disconnected from the session, if I'm correct. Maybe not. No, he was just getting lapped. So, the top 12 drive, Alpoon, who was sitting on P2 on the second, on the front row of the grid, has now been lapped by the leader of the Grand Prix, Useless Cat, who is definitely one of the quickest drivers at the moment. Hey, that's actually Aussie Suspect, who's in the pits now, and that moves Plebs up another position, into position 7. He's got 1.9 seconds to gain up to Hypertoasted. Then there's a massive gap of 15 seconds to Sergeant Cardi. And then there's another huge gap from him to Amazing Hour. Tommy's actually getting really close now to the rear of Chucky. Amazing Hour is still sitting 2 seconds behind the Brawn GP driver. Amazing Hour is definitely one of the quickest drivers in this game. Well, one of the quickest drivers that I've ever seen in this game. But unfortunately does not seem to have the pace at the moment. Chucky's starting to feel the pressure from the Brawn driver of Tommy. Unfortunately no DRS assistant as it is raining, and there's a lot more sun starting to show up at the top left of your screen there. So could the race potentially end up drawing out towards the end? It'll be really interesting because you'll see a lot of drivers start to really push. Then if it does, unfortunately we do not have anything on to tell us if it is going to drive out. I'm sure every driver will be on the radio to Jeff, their engineer, asking what the weather is going to be doing, as Tommy is now starting to run a little bit wide. His tyres could be falling off a little bit, and now Amazing Hour's put that gap down to 1.5, so he's gained over just 6/6 of a second. As Hypertoaster now sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix in the Red Bull. Tommy's run really wide on the exit there, and as you can see, Amazing Hour's going to move up into position 3, as I think, if I was correct, that was Nismo that gained a 3-second time penalty. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, that moves Amazing Hour up into position 3. Tommy made a little mistake. I think he got on the curb there. On the exit of the corner, which spun up the rear tyres. And has unfortunately lost him a position to F1 Amazing Hour. But now, Amazing Hour's got 7/10 of a second between him and Chucky. And Chucky's going to start to feel the pressure now from the McLaren driver. Amazing Hour sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, as you can see now. He's definitely starting to catch up. He's now down to 4/10 of a second between the Red Bull and the McLaren driver. He locks up, does the F1 Amazing Hour, but so does Chucky. He runs wide. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3 as well. I'm trying to watch the order to see if someone's dropping down or losing a lot of time. And he's actually gone down the inside of the Amazing Hour. What a very nice move there from the McLaren driver on the Red Bull. He just read Chucky completely there. He's actually wearing the Halloween helmet is Chucky. That's actually kind of nice as well. But Amazing Hour completely read that move there from Chucky. He ran a little bit wide through that fast right-hander kink there. And Amazing Hour just slowed it down a little bit more than what Chucky did. Chucky ran wide and just got on the gas. Did F1 Amazing Hour, but the conditions definitely seem to be drying up here on our screens. It doesn't seem to be anywhere near as heavy as what it was. The sun is coming out at the top left of your screen, so this could be a mixed conditions race. I have to see if the track's definitely getting drier by the times. Towards the end of the race, we are on lap 17 of 29 for the Australian Grand Prix, the Spec Esports 2010 Classic Series. Mismo Maxwell gains himself a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It's definitely nowhere near dry enough at the moment for dry tyres. But it definitely seems to be drying up. It definitely doesn't look anywhere near as heavy as it did at the start of the Grand Prix. This cat is still leading this Grand Prix. He's got a 38-second lead ahead of F1 Amazing Hour. This cat looking very good to win this Grand Prix at the moment. There's a safety car that can completely screw up his strategy. I'm sure every driver will be on the radio, as I said before, asking what the weather's doing, but he's coming up to another lap car. We're going to have a look to see who this is. We've had 3 retirements from this session. Those 3 retirements have together a lot of oversteer, being Josh, Banana Josh and Gaming King. As he's actually now going to pit his useless cat, put on another set of dry tyres. Sorry, not dry tyres, wet tyres rather. We could actually be thinking of putting dry tyres on here. What is he going to put on? We're going to have a look. I'm not too sure. I'm going to bring up the menu. Because just as he came to the pit there, it honestly did look like he's actually putting the dry tyres on his useless cat. So it's definitely switchover time now. As you can see, F1 Amazing Hour's gone around again on the wet tyres. So is Chucky. Tommy's coming and put the dry tyres on. So it's definitely switchover time now, as you can see. Heaps of the drivers are going to come into the pits now and put on the dry tyres. Useless Cat has actually managed to come out in the lead still on this Grand Prix. F1 Amazing Hour decides to pit. He's going to be putting on the dry tyres now and going to try and catch up to the Ferrari driver of Useless Cat there. But there is just a massive lead. Remember, he's putting on a new front wing is the McLaren driver of Amazing Hour. He's going to quickly get out of the pits, which he does. Kev Berge is now set the fastest lap of 1:35.3 in the Red Bull. So there's going to be a lot of fastest laps being set now as the track is driving up. As you can see, Woggles has now set the fastest lap to 1:31.6. So the time's nearly gone over 10 seconds faster. Hypertoaster sets the fastest lap. I can't kind of see that over the silver. It's a 1:31.4, if I am correct there. The only driver still on wet tyres is Purple Haze, Apex. Purple Haze and Apex, I should say. So we'll probably see them in the pits this lap, actually. which we see the Red Bull driver of Hayes come in, and now we're going to see Apex, who is currently sitting in position 10, come into the pits. He's got 24 seconds ahead of Aussie Suspect. F1 Amazing 3-second time penalty there for the McLaren driver. So that's not good for his chase on the drivers in front. There's a yellow flag in the section now. We're going to have a look to see who it is. It's the yellow flag. Alpoom has gained himself a 3-second time penalty. There's no green flag, so I think probably just with the local yellow. It is currently definitely drying up for dries. But will the track end up going wet again? You never know. The clouds don't seem to be clearing very quickly as he cuts that corner. Massively does Amazing House. He's really pushing hard at the moment to catch up to Tommy, who was 3 seconds ahead of him as Nismo's trying to get out of the way. He's just going to go straight through his car. He's Amazing Al. F1 Amazing Al is at 3.1, now it is 2.8. We're going to watch that to see how close it is around the next lap. But Tommy's got a 40-second. So he used this cat as 40 seconds of time at the moment. So he can ideally make another pit stop if he really wanted to. And he still wouldn't get overtaken. He'd still have about 10 seconds at the moment ahead of Tommy. I wouldn't really be pushing too fast at the moment if I was useless. I'd just be trying to just get into a rhythm and just keep that time to a certain, which he's now gone 7 seconds faster at 1:27. As he does set the fastest lap, he cuts that corner. He's pushing a little bit too hard than I think he should be at the moment. Anyway, Amazing Al gets another 3-second time penalty, so that's up to 6-second driver. He's Aussie Suspect. That's the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. I wonder how many cars Useless has actually lapped at the moment. As now Amazing Al's down to just over 1 second between him and Tommy. So this battle's going to definitely spice up. It's Purple Haze who's falling down the order a lot. I don't know why he's still on the wet tyres. Woggle Woggle sets the fastest lap for 1:26.5. He's in the slipstream as Amazing Al. Coming through turn 1, gets through there nicely. As Toaster now sets the fastest lap. The Grand Prix, he's going to try and make a move. Is Amazing Al coming into turn 3. Tommy doesn't seem to defend it that much. Locks up the inside front, but manages just to pull it off and moves himself up into position 2. But unfortunately, with 9 laps remaining in this Grand Prix, I do not think Amazing Al is going to be able to catch up to the race leader of Useless Cat, who is 40 seconds ahead of him at the moment. The only way that could happen is if Useless makes another pit stop, spins out, or a safety car does appear in this race. F1 Amazing Al is now already pulled out a 1.7 lead to Tommy. The Plebs has actually moved himself up into position 6 ahead of Sergeant Cardi. So he's now going to be chasing down Chucky in position 5. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. We're going to run on board with Useless because I think he's going through sector 1 at the moment, if I'm correct. Nismo on Maxwell is actually retired from the session, so he can just bring out a safety car here. This would be absolutely dreadful for Useless Cat if there was. I mean, I kind of want a safety car to spice up the racing a bit, as Alpoom now sets the fastest lap for 1:26 and is quickly taken away by F1 Amazing Al. Alpoom is currently sitting down in P12, but Amazing Al is going to be coming up to him soon to lap the Ferrari driver. Kev Berge is disconnected from the session, unfortunately, as I've not been able to rejoin back. Purple Haze, I do not know why he is still on the wet tyres. We're going to have a look. Yeah, I'm not too sure what he's doing at the moment. I don't know why he's not coming to the pits. But anyway, Useless Cat is still holding that 40-second lead to F1 Amazing Al. He's on the front straight at the moment. Amazing Al is going through sector 2. So that is the difference at the moment between first and second. Amazing Al is not catching or losing at the moment to the race leader. 7 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. All drivers that are on the dry tyres, rather. Then, except for Purple Haze, he's down in position 14, which I do not know what he's trying to do. He's currently still on the wet tyre. Yellow flag sector 1, so hopefully Amazing Al we'll be able to drive past it so we can see who that was. It's a 3-second time penalty for Woggles. The first half of this race has definitely been a very interesting one, with it going from a dry qualifying to a wet race. Another yellow flag to sector 1. That's actually Hyper Toaster, who has spun out on the exit of turn 1. Well, he's had a massive tank slapper. So Chucky's going to be catching up to him here, his teammate in the other Red Bull. He's still yellow flag in sector 1, sector 2, and sector 3. That's actually Alpum has spun out midway through sector 2, so that's unfortunate there for the Ferrari driver. Purple Haze is still on the wet tyres. He's actually fighting with Useless Cat here, so he's not getting out of the way. I do not know why. That's a lot of oversteer on those wet tyres, and now he's spun out and put it on the wall. Has the Red Bull driver, so I'm not too sure what his aim was to do, but anyway. Amazing Al's actually caught up to Useless Cat by a second. Still nowhere near enough. With there being 6 laps remaining in the Grand Prix, Useless Cat would have to spin out multiple times. But then also have to probably make a pit stop for Amazing Al to have any chance of catching him here. Amazing Al sets the fastest lap. 24.3 if I was correct. I'm not too sure. Don't judge me on that one. But anyway, I think that was Kev Berge who just moved up ahead. Actually, no. Alpum is now coming to the pits now. He's going to be making a pit stop here. Changing a front wing as well. That's going to put him all the way back down to P13. Purple Haze is 1 minute and 48 seconds off Alpum at the moment. So he's got no pressure from behind. It's actually drying up now. As you can see, the sun has come out here. F1 Amazing Al in the McLaren coming to this fast left rush again. He's coming up to a few more lap cars. You can see Aussie Suspect getting himself a 3-second time penalty. Final corner now for Amazing Al. Sorry, penultimate corner now. He's got a few lap cars of Floggle Woggles. If I'm correct, that is Apex in front of him, so they're going to have to start to get out of the way here. As he now sets the fastest up again. 24-7 in the McLaren. Woggles going to have to start to get out of the way here. He can't go past 3 Marshall's posts with blue flags as well. So if he goes past 3 Marshall's posts and he's still getting away with blue flags, he will gain himself a 3-second time penalty. Amazing how it's caught up to Useless by around 2 seconds at the moment. As you can see. Yellow flag in sector 1. Let's see what that's for. Probably just a local yellow. But Tommy's actually getting caught now by Toadster. He's going to try and go down the inside as Toadster. He does. Tommy leaves in the room. He wasn't going to make the move, was Toadster, but then Tommy just left the space there, and Toadster didn't need any more invitations than that, which moves himself up into the podium positions. So currently we have 3 different manufacturers in the top 3. We have a Ferrari of Useless Cat in position 1, then the McLaren of Amazing Al MP2, then 3rd is the Red Bull of Hypertoaster, then 4th is the Bronze. So there's 4, every type of manufacturer or team at the moment has a car sitting in the top 4. Yellow flags detected 3, and that's actually the Ferrari driver of Aussie Suspect, who was spun around in the final sector there. That's unfortunate. I actually thought that was useless for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, Alpine gets himself another 3-second time penalty, and so does Purple Haze. He's finally chucked on a dry set of tyres, but he's 1 minute and 6 seconds off the pace. off Alpum. Apex gets himself a 3-second time penalty. It's been a very, very long race here for the 2010 Classic Series Spec Esports League. If you are new around here, please do subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications to get notified when we do go live. If you would like to join the league, we host multiple leagues. We host F1 leagues in Oceania, America, Europe, etc. We host F1 2010 Classic leagues, which we are currently on at the moment for all platforms except for PC currently. We also have an F2 Sprint Series league as well, which was just hosted around an hour and a half ago. So if you'd like to join that, go down into the description of the live stream, and there will be a link that lets you join up there, and then you will get relegated to your chosen league through the Discord server, which you'll have to download onto your phone or mobile device, and then you will get told what to do from there. But Apex is actually still sitting in position 12 here. Alpum has got 42 seconds to catch up to him still, which it shouldn't take too long, and there you go, he's now been relegated. But Purple Haze is still 1 minute and 54 seconds behind Apex's crash car at the moment. Purple Haze has got a 5-second penalty. Speeding in the pit lane. Yellow flag in Sector 3. We're going to have a look to see what that was. It's a bit hard because all the drivers are not ideally in order at the moment. Purple Haze has just left the session now, as you can see. But it is currently heading on to lap 27 with 3 laps to go. Amazing has got another time penalty that puts him to around 11 now, if I'm correct. It's Useless Cat that sits in first at the moment, who is lapping a few cars in his Ferrari. Then you have Amazing Hour sitting P2, 38 seconds behind the leader in the Ferrari. Then you have a Hyper Toaster. He's 21 seconds off F1 Amazing Hour. Fourth is Tommy, who is starting to feel the pressure from Chucky at the moment. We're going to have to watch that on board. Then actually Plevs is now starting to catch up to them. So hopefully, I wonder if Plevs will be able to get himself back into P4. Plevs is going to make a move down the inside on Chucky here in his McLaren. Will they make contact? No, they don't. Chucky manages to hold it around the outside, but Plevs is still there. Things better if it does. The McLaren driver backs out. And he's going to live to fight another day, is Plevs. Hopefully he'll be able to get himself up in the top 5 here. Yeah, unfortunately, he started in pole position. This is our pole position man, by the way, may I point out. He started on pole position, but unfortunately, spun out exactly right at this point here, which put him all the way back down to last. Chucky got a really bad run. Coming out of the first corner there, he's going to get the move done. Is Plevs, or is he going to try and fight it? Is a Red Bull driver? He does, but he locks up, I think, did Chucky, but thinks better of it and leaves him enough space, does Plevs. So does Chucky, leaves Plevs enough space. Now Plevs' eyes are all on this man, Tommy RYN25. Plevs definitely seems to be really quick here than these two drivers at the moment. So he doesn't, I don't think he'll be able to catch up to Hyper in time, as there's 2 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. He's got a really nice run there. He made slight contact with the rear of Tommy's car there. Tommy's leaving in the room. I'm not too sure if Plevs is trying to go down the inside. I don't know, he thinks better if he's going to wait till this next straight here. He's got the better run, does. Plevs is going to go down the inside. Will be a pretty simple move here on Tommy. Moving Plevs up in a position for him, relegating Tommy back down to P5. The Useless Cat is about to start his final lap of the Grand Prix. These drivers here aren't going to be able to... I'm going to do the full 29 laps here, because the majority of them have been lapped. You have had 6 drivers now have unfortunately retired from the session. Yellow flag in sector 3, but anyway, as you can see, the Ferrari driver of Useless Cat is heading on to his final lap now. It's going to be a breeze for Useless Cat. He is 45 seconds ahead of Amazing Hour. But then Amazing Hour has about 11 seconds of penalties as well, so that's going to put him to around 55 to 60 seconds ahead of any other driver but has definitely been dominated here by Useless Cat in the rain and the dry. F1 Amazing Hours coming through the final sector now, and Useless Cat's in the second sector. Hypertoast is coming through the just about to start his third sector now, which I think he just did now. Plebs in P4 coming through the fast left right chicane, which I don't think he's unfortunately not going to be able to get into the top 3 podium paying positions. Tommy in P5, who has got a little bit of a battle pack here between him and Chucky still. And there's the lap car, I think that's Alpoom. He's trying to unlap himself actually. But John Plainen in the BMW Williams in position 7. Sergeant Cardi in P8. Floggle Woggles in P9. Aussie Suspect P10. There's actually a bit of a battle pack at the moment. So Aussie is trying to unlap himself here. They all are heading on to the final lap now, but I think Useless is coming around the final corner now. He is going to win the the 2010 Classic Series Race Spec Esports Australian Grand Prix here. I apologize for that. My wording there was absolutely atrocious. But he is won by over 45 seconds here, ahead of F1 Amazing Hour, who's coming through the second sector now. Who actually, he's just started his third sector now as F1 Amazing Hour, so there should be no issue with time penalty with Useless. Amazing Hour has a few time penalties, but he has 17 seconds up his sleeve behind in front of Hyper Toaster. Then you have Play, who is coming, F1 Amazing Hour. I don't know why I'm stumbling so much at the moment. But as you can see down there bottom, Sergeant Cardi's finished the race now, so is Alpoom, who unfortunately were both left. Amazing Hour's coming across the line now to finish P2 here for the 2010 Classic Series. Here for the Race Spec Esports Australian Grand Prix. Hypertoast is coming through the final section of corners now. 51 seconds was the lead that Useless Cat had on Amazing Hour. In the end, Hypertoast is coming across the line now. He's going to come home in position 3. Then it's going to be Plebs, who is coming around the final corner now. In the McLaren, who has managed to do a pretty good race here, starting pole position, back all the way back down to last, and got himself back to 4th. I honestly thought he would have loved to win that race there, but unfortunately that's the best he could have hoped for. And Tommy rounds out your top 5 there for the Australian Grand Prix. The Race Spec Esports 2010 Classic Series has officially finished here. Probably one of the longest races. I think that was around, that's over an hour and a half to nearly an hour and 45 minutes that race was, by the way. As you can see, the Ferrari driver of Useless Cat absolutely dominated the Australian Grand Prix here, winning by over 50 seconds to F1 Amazing Hour. But we're going to have a look here at the provisional results here for the Australian Grand Prix for the Race Spec Esports 2010 League. It's actually raining again now. But anyway, Useless Cat takes home the Grand Prix by over 50 seconds here. As you can see, F1 Amazing Hour and the McLaren takes home position 2. Hyper Toaster 3rd, Plebs 4th in the McLaren, Tommy in P5, Chucky in position 6, John Plainen, I'm going to have to learn how to say that properly, finishes P7. Considering he didn't qualify, that's not a bad result for him in the Williams. That's not a car that the game put him in that car, unfortunately, so he wasn't supposed to be in that car. But anyway, Sergeant Cardi in P8, Floggle Woggles in P9, Aussie Suspect P10, Kev Berge 11th, Alpom in P12, Apex in 13th, 14th is Purple. Actually, Apex was the last of the drivers that actually finished the race. Then it was Purple Haze, 14th, 15th was Nismo Maxwell, Josh, Banana Josh, and Gaming King rounds out your top 18. Thank you guys so much for joining the race this afternoon. If you are new around here, please do hit that like button and subscribe button as well. Turn notifications on always, also to get notified when the stream goes live. And we will see you guys next time, which will be Bahrain, if I'm correct. I think this is a F1 calendar league. Well, it is set up like the F1 calendar. This 2010 Classic Series here for Race Spec Esports. If you'd like to join, do scroll down in the description. There is a link that will take you straight to the sign up thread. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.